This is my summer fabric haul. I want to share all the goodies with you, so let's get into it. Hey everyone, I'm Sarah and welcome back. We are going through all these delicious, yummy goodies. You all know the drill if you are new to the channel. These are my sewing fabric hauls. They are so much fun to go through. I love sharing all these goodies with you. Finding fabric, particularly heirloom fabric, can be a challenge. And so all of these goodies are from Farmhouse Fabrics. If you are new here, yes, Farmhouse does send them on my way, but I have been personally ordering them since 2009, and we've been doing this little thing for the last couple of years, and it's worked out beautifully. So I love sending people their way because not only do they have absolutely delicious just everything in their store. I just want to move in and have it all, right? But they also have amazing customer service. So if you have whatever reason, if you've run into an issue or if you need advice or something of the sort, just contact them and they will be more than happy to help you out. So starting with summer, we are getting into, oh my God, we're just getting into a lot of fun stuff. Let me organize this, okay? Alright, so I want to start with Audrey's birthday dress. It is so special. It's always so special, right? Birthday outfits, I feel like, are one of those things. Easter and Christmas and birthdays. Those are like the three things. If I sew nothing else for my kiddos, I'm going to be sewing those three outfits for them each year. So I can, if life gets too busy, I can let go of Thanksgiving or let go of 4th of July or whatever. But those three things, oh my goodness. So her birthday dress this year, she's turning 5. This is the first year. I've kind of talked to her about, like, in the past what she wants to do for her birthday. So like one year we had a cupcake theme, or not cup, yeah, we did cupcakes. But the year before that we had a tea party because she was so into tea, and she still is. She still loves tea. So we had a tea party, and so we made a little tea dress for that. And then we had the cupcake party because she wanted that. And then, well, last year, the world's been on fire. But last year I made the dress that I'm coming out with the pattern here sometime soon, and it's terrifying, but that's another story. So this year I asked her, I said, what do you want to do for your birthday? What do you want to dress? And she said that she wanted a fairy dress. So that is what we're going to be making, and I am so excited for it. I am all about it. This is going to be the organdy that this is the organza, not organdy. This is the organza that's going to be the outside of the dress, and it's going to be like this big, poofy, just very whimsical. I've got this stuck to my hem stitcher, and this is going to be part of the dress as well. It's going to go to it's just going to be a very whimsical dress, and I am so excited to get into it. It's going to be like this little leaf belt theme that I've got cooking up in my mind, and we'll see how it gets translated out. But Farmhouse is doing beads, which I think is a fairly new thing for them. And I'm all about it. I love beads. I've been doing beads in my work for a long while now. I think it's just so fun. They've got these little guys that are so cute. These little dragonflies. How adorable is that? So I thought with the whole fairy tale thing that we got going on, that will be fun to throw around. And there's no embroidery work, right? You just kind of tack it on and you're done. And then there's all these beads that I'm going to be doing, butterflies and flowers and just having it sparkle and shimmer. And how much fun is that? And so underneath this organdy, I keep wanting to call it organdy. It's not organdy, it's organza. It's silk organza, Sarah. So, anywho, underneath the organza is going to be this silk dupagnone, and I know I mispronounce it every time I say it. It's fine. It's been embedded in my mind that way, and it's hard to change things. But when they get embedded in my mind. But I'm going to be doing the organza on top and then the dupagnone on the bottom, and just like this light blush color. I think the whole thing will be so whimsical. I'm so looking forward to this dress. Like, this might be, of all the dresses I've made for her birthday so far, this might be the one I'm like, this is going to be so much fun. So much fun. So, very much looking forward to that. And then for Daisy, I've got this. Okay, so what happened is I have, well, there's a whole community of us sewing mothers on Instagram. Absolutely love all of these mamas. And one of them, apparently you can dye fabric with avocados. Apparently that's a thing. And one of them enlightened the rest of us that, yeah, that's possible. So I am diving into that, and I am going to be, I don't know, trying my hand on it. I'm like, I want to have part in the fun. So I'm making a dress for Daisy that's going to have this entredeaux, and that's going to be the hem of the dress, this lace here, and it's going to have the white satin batiste, and I'm going to do some puffing on it. Oh, that doesn't go with that. That goes over there. It's going to have some puffing on it, and I'm going to experiment with this whole avocado thing, and I'm very excited about it. It's going to have some silk ribbon bows as well, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm very curious. So also, I've got a number of things planned for this stack. These are going to be various flavors of baby dresses, baby gowns, because I did that baby sew-along last year, and so many of you said you had such a great time with it and whatever, so I wanted to repeat and do some more sew-alongs this year and dive deeper into baby gowns and kind of show some various things that you can do and do some more patterns. And I've got, so this is Speckler Vogel's Lawn. It is lighter weight than batiste. I love the batiste and the lawns and voiles and all of that. This feels lighter weight to me, this lawn does at least, lighter weight to me than a batiste would. And then we've got some Swiss flannel, which I absolutely love. I used it for the first time last year, that pink gown that I made for Daisy. And so I've got some blue. You can see, so I got some blue this year. And I'm just so excited about it. And then I've got some not Swiss, that was the Swiss flannel. And then I have some super fine, I knew it was an S, super fine flannel, which has been a favorite of mine for a long while. It is not as, so if you want to go like the heirloom way, you should get the Swiss flannel. But if you, like, you can kind of see that it's what do I want to say? This has a slight brushed effect to it, whereas this is just very, very smooth. I love them both, and I've embroidered on them both, and I think they're both super yummy, but they're just different, you know, like this has a very, very slight brushed edge. It's more cozy. The Superfine is a more cozy fabric than the Swiss flannel is. The Swiss flannel is more on the heirloom side of things. So I've got this in white. Love this fabric. It has some really great memories for me. I did a baby gown, Henry's first baby gown. It was a smock bishop when he was a newborn, taking those photos. And then Daisy, I did her as a snow baby with like all these eyelets and metallic thread and snowflakes. So it has some really sweet memories for me. And then this is handkerchief. I'm going to mispronounce that, and I don't know why, because it's not that hard of a word to say. Handkerchief flannel. Handkerchief flannel. Y'all. Anywho. So this is the super fine flannel, because I can say that word, and I just wanted to do this. I haven't used super fine flannel. No, not flannel. Sometimes I wonder if I can't think because all the kids are around, or if I can't think because the kids aren't around. They're outside playing right now. One day I hope to get my mind back. I hope it happens. I hope that's true. So, this is handkerchief linen. Linen is what it is. And I wanted to do some various stuff like drawn thread and things of that nature on here, and do some tutorials on that. So those are the baby gowns, and then I have some yummy lace. How beautiful is that? You know, so pretty. And I think that lends itself well for like gender neutral. I know it has a little bit of the flowers, but look how pretty this pattern is. And it's just so cool. It has like the triple threads. Has triple threads on each side of the little diamond. How pretty is that? So that's some stuff coming up. And because I had so much fun with this last year, I am putting together a pattern to release someday. I don't know when, but someday. And I'm going to be using, so okay, last year I did the ribbon dress. And it was built off of a technique I saw in Threads magazine. I absolutely love Threads magazine. They are the best magazine, sewing magazine I've ever come across. And I've subscribed to a number of them. But they are just like the techniques in every single issue, the community that they have. They're just like, I love their magazine, and it's very reasonably priced. So I found a technique through Threads magazine. They called it floating bands, floating taffeta bands. And so I used silk dipignone instead of taffeta last year, and I used it with, what did I use it with? Oh, silk tulle. This year I'm doing chiffon, although I think they left it out of the package, so I'll have to contact them. Things happen. People are, I do it at my business too. There's been a handful of things I've left out. Just contact them if that happens to you, and they will be glad to send it over. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing the silk. I just lost my train of thought. Oh, so the silk chiffon is what I'm going to be doing this year, because I felt like the silk tulle, even though that's what Thread said to use, I felt like it was just a little bit on the thin side of life. So I'm going to be doing silk chiffon, which they left out of the package. Things happen. It's no big deal. It happens to me. People make mistakes. If it happens in your package, just contact them and they will be happy to send it over. But I'm going to be doing the silk chiffon, and instead of doing the silk dipignone strips like I did last year, and like it's in their tutorial, they use taffeta, but they make their own bias strips. I'm going to be doing actual ribbon, and I've been calling this the ribbon dress for a year now, and I don't know why it dawned on me the other day. I was like, I want to recreate that dress, but I want to do a 360 skirt on it. And I kept thinking like about the bands and about how much this was, and just like the gobs and gobs, and I thought I could just simplify so much by doing silk ribbon, and I've been calling it ribbon, the ribbon dress this whole time, like duh. It was like this light bulb moment, right? Last but not least, I am doing 4th of July, and with all of the handwork I've got for the other outfits, sometimes you just need something you can run through your machine, right? You've got enough on your plate. You do want to sew for your kiddos, but between, balancing work life and kids and taking care of the house and all the rest of it, like, you just need something you can run through your machine. So, how fun are these fabrics, all right? Oh, here is... They didn't leave it out of the package. Here is, oh my God, that's so pretty. Here is the chiffon. But did I only order a quarter of a yard? Did I do that? Well, that was a mistake. This is a voile chiffon. It's a silk voile chiffon. But apparently I didn't change the amount from a half a yard to the 3 yards that I need. So I need to go contact them. But they didn't leave it out of the package. It's been here. Sometimes that happens too. They will put more delicate stuff inside of the sturdier things. Like you'll find your spools of thread and whatnot. If you think you're missing one, like look inside your fabric. So since it's on the very lightweight, oh, it's so pretty. Isn't it so pretty? I'm very looking forward to this. So this will go with the silk ribbon here. Isn't that going to be gorgeous? And you can see how it's going to bend around. I've been playing around with ribbon, so I've got my curves, and I think it's all going to work. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. It's going to be like such simplicity. And y'all were saying last year that it reminded you of something like a modern classic christening gown. Like it walked that line well of being modern but still classic, and something that the grandmother would still like but the mother would like as well, and all of that. So it's been evolving, this pattern. Anywho, back to 4th of July. I think these prints are just darling. I am going to be playing around with them, doing stuff for Henry and of course the girls. And how sweet is this little print? I remember seeing this on their Instagram page, and immediately I was like, 4th of July. Thank you. How fun and pretty done, right? And I can put, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be making just yet, but I can tie it all together, all three of these outfits together with this little, it's like a baby blue gingham is what it's called, gingham piping, and I can just tie all three outfits together that way. Won't that be fun? And so just stocking up, I try to keep a running list. I usually order Imperial Batiste because I use the Imperial Batiste for linings all the time. It saves my butt so many times. I'm like, oh, I need a slip for this, or I need a lining for, this bodice or whatever. And I will just rip off some Imperial Batiste from my stash that I just like to keep on hand. But I still have some, so I didn't need to order any. Then I also got this Aurifil thread to match the silk ribbon right here, and they matched it for me since, we all know that matching things on the computer screen is very difficult. So they will match thread for you. What you'll have to do is just have a placeholder. So if you need one spool, just order one spool of whatever kind of thread that you want, and then you'll just say, I want it to match this fabric or this ribbon or whatever, and they will do that for you. And then I also got some more Madeira thread since I went through so much of this with the lace tape dress that I made for Sweet Daisy, which is why this is open. I didn't think I forgot to say that. This is why this is open. I have not looked at any of these things prior to filming this though, but Sweet Daisy's Easter dress, y'all, oh my gosh, I use yards and yards of lace tape. Y'all should go check that out. Go check that video out and go watch that. I hope you guys had fun sitting with me and going through all these yummy, yummy goodies from Farmhouse Fabrics. If you have any questions, of course, put them down in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them. And as always, I appreciate y'all for watching and I hope to catch y'all next time.